morning, boys and girls. Today I will be doing a story from Anansi and Family Book, written by Campbell. The title of the story is Anansi and His Six Sons. Anansi had a very large family. He and his wife, Aso, had many children, and six of his sons were very special. Each had a special gift or talent. Anansi's oldest son had a very sharp eye. He could see very clearly and for very long distances. So whenever there was trouble approaching, he was the first to spot it. And so his name was Akiai, able to see trouble. That's the meaning of his name. Akiai, able to see trouble. Anansi's second son was very good at building roads. His name was Ta Akwan, road builder. Anansi's third son had an interesting talent. He could drink huge quantities of water. He was called Yunoswa, river drinker. Anansi's fourth son was a hunter. He would often go off in the forest with his sharp machete and hunt for animals to feed the family. He was known as Adafo, game skinner. Anansi's fifth son had strong arms. If he found a stone on the ground, he could pick it up and throw it very far and very straight. That was why he was called Tutu Abuo, stone thrower. And Anansi's sixth son, well, the sixth son was sort of big and round and fat. And that's why he was called Daiyaya, which means cushion. One day, Anansi left his sons at home and went on a far journey. He walked along his way and that and then and turned here and there. He walked and walked and walked, not paying much attention at all to where he was going. And then he got lost. Oh yes, completely, utterly lost. But he just kept on going and going and going. He kept on going until, well, he fell into a little bit of difficulty. Just a teeny bit of trouble. Actually, he fell into a river. And in that river lived macabac fish. The macabac fish saw Anansi drop splash into the river. So it swam over and swallowed him in one gigantic gulp. Given all that had happened, of course, that evening Anansi didn't make it home in time for supper. His sons began to worry about him. Akiai, able to see trouble, decided to look near and far with those far-seeing eyes of his. Finally, he said, "I see something a long way off. It's a very fat macabac fish. Maybe it's not so fat after all. Maybe it swallowed someone. Maybe it could be Papa inside. And if he's inside, then he's in serious trouble. We should go and take a closer look. But it is a very long way and we will have to go very fast." Fortunately, they were able to go very fast because Taakwan road builder built a nice smooth road to go on. As Anansi's son ran down the road builder's road, Sea Trouble kept looking and looking for their father. After a while he said, "Yes, I can see through the maca fish. I can see him now. It's Papa. And I was right about him being in trouble. He's in the belly of that greedy fish at the bottom of the river. I don't know how we can rescue him." The boys kept running until they got to the river. And luckily, also River Drinker was with them, he sat down at the edge of the river and started drinking. Gulp, 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 gulp. In no time, all the river was empty, and the greedy macabac fish was lying there on the dry riverbed. Adafagwim Skinner ran right over, killed the macabac fish, skinned it, and rescued their father from its belly. Anansi was very happy to see his boys, and of course, they were extremely glad to see him. They were so thrilled to see each other that they were laughing and talking and hugging and slapping each other on the back. As a matter of fact, they were so busy celebrating that they didn't notice a threat in the sky, circling closer and closer and closer. When they did look up, it was too late. A large bird, yes, it was a John Crow, that was swooping down on them. It swooped down rapidly and grabbed Anansi in its beak. And then it soared up with the puny Spider-Man into the sky. Higher and higher and higher the drunk crow flew, with poor little Anansi sticking out from its beak. Anansi's son looked up and said, "Oh no! We just saved Papa from the macabac fish, and now he's going to get eaten by that good-for-nothing crow." Luckily though, Tutu Abu, stone thrower, was there. He picked up a rock and threw it very hard and very straight. The stone hit the drunk crow right on the head. "Ha!" squawked the vulture as he opened his beak and released the Spider-Man. Anansi came plummeting down through the sky. Shoo! He had a long journey down to the earth. Anansi's son looked up and said, "Oh no! We saved Papa from the macabac fish, and we saved him from the John Crow, but now he's going to smash on the rocks when he lands." Fortunately, though Dahiyaya Kushan was there, he ran over and got his big round soft body under where Anansi was going to fall. When Anansi landed, he landed, poof, right on top of the cushion back. Anansi was saved once again. With much rejoicing, Anansi and his 6 sons headed back home. The Spider Boys had worked together and used their various talents to save their father's life. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. As for Anansi, he learned a valuable lesson, and that a little care mixed in small gestures of all selfishness and cooperation usually achieve remarkable results. That's the end of my story, boys and girls. Bye!